Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. And today we've got not one, but two $130 comic book mystery boxes from Authentics. Easy for me to say. Let's open them up and take a look and see what we got inside. All right, so we got IRF Authentics mystery boxes. See, you can say the words if you try hard enough. Anyways, two mystery boxes, $130 each, or if you got two, it was like 200 and you get a little bit of a discount. So I got two of those. As we've been doing, as we do the last couple of these, I can't unbox these without actually having the man himself, Ruben from IRFauthentics, here to have to account for himself when I open these up. And this was weird because this was actually, I love the way this was positioned. I'm gonna throw the graphic up. This was your final box of the year, but it was the birthday box because it was your birthday.
It was. Yeah, I'm an October baby, and we thought we'd do some sort of theme, and I was like, well, how can we do this? You went birthday box, and we let you pick something out of my personal stash.
So it's
So that's why we went with such a small batch too. I wasn't about to give 30 of my books away.
I say normally you get 30 to 45 mystery boxes you're doing. And it was only 15. So this was create a little bit of a desire amongst probably did it even make it past pre-sales for the
It did not, to be honest. It did not
uh,
make it past pre-sale. There's a little bit of a bookkeeping error, 100% my fault, not Julia's. And so we ended up overselling by two boxes. We took care of that individual that bought the extra two boxes that we forgot to mark off. And
so there
everybody
was
was
actually
happy at the
17
end of it.
boxes then.
Yeah, it was 17 boxes,
Yeah.
and we were straight up with that person. Hey, this is how it happened. So we can either refund you or we'll make you two custom boxes, knowing that you have no chance at the grand prizes anymore because those were
Right.
part of the original run. So
True.
they took their custom box, they messaged us as soon as they got it, and they loved it, which is what we love to hear.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and bust this open right now while we're sitting here. So, um,
All right.
for those of you guys that aren't doing, actually, we throw across there, like across the bottom there. You guys follow on Instagram, IRF
Mhm.
Authentics. That is where, if you're interested in this box or any of these boxes are like this, you can follow them to find out when they become available, and then you can get in on it during the regular
Yeah,
course year. Now, this is the last one of this year,
correct.
and then for regular boxes, so we still have
Correct.
the premium Christmas box, which is usually just for previous members or previous
Right.
purchasers, right?
Exactly. So this was the last standard box, October box. By the time folks are seeing this, we might already be advertising the holiday premium box. It's going to go on sale at the end of November. As you said, we usually do that. We make a small run, maybe about a dozen boxes, and they're pretty stacked. They're usually things that you can't get in these regular boxes, and we like to give the opportunity to those who have supported us over the years. And so far, folks have been happy with those as well. So excited
Yeah,
about this year.
awesome. Well, I do know that, like, yeah, usually you've had things like original art and all kinds of other cool stuff. Um, all right, so I'm already excited because I got a remark on my box finally. Uh, so for those who haven't seen what we've talked about before, to pass on these, so these boxes when they go out, if there's a remark on the box itself, then it generally indicates that you've won one of the higher end prizes. I say generally only because that's what Ruben's always said. I have never actually seen it for myself yet. So this is the first time I've actually seen one of these remarked boxes other than what him showing a picture of one. So that I'm excited to see that there. Oh, gold level GP no less. So I got
The gold level.
the King Kong Bundy prize.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember what it is. So if you
I
don't
don't.
remember, then
I don't. So
that's
I'm
even
excited to
better.
okay.
Nice.
Plus I got
Congrats,
my
man.
plus because no, I didn't get a reward this time. That's right, because I got that last time. Okay, so we got two mystery boxes worth of stuff in here. I'm going to open up just a second to see they are okay. Good, they are individually wrapped within here, so
Hmm.
we can pull them out.
Yep.
Just toss that off to the side there. Um,
Yeah.
ah, ah. All right.
And pull those out. So just a quick reminder. So for the
Yep.
birthday box, what we did was we asked everyone who purchased something to go ahead and send us about 6 or 7 characters that they're fans of, some DC, some Marvel, and some indie stuff, and went through the stash. And that doesn't mean everybody got some sort of grail or something, but that was literally something from my personal collection.
The loose ones.
There it is.
Yeah.
So those will be outside of the regular sealed boxes because we obviously picked those at the end once we got the lists from everyone. So we can start there. We can start
Yeah.
wherever you
Yeah.
want.
Let's start
It'll
here.
be pretty
So
obvious which one's the gold. So
yeah. Well, one of them says gold. So this says on this one, it says Rob. This was from Dean White's PC. Then it was in ours. It's now yours to do with as you wish. Enjoy. This is Spider Geddon from the Vault of the Spiders. And we've got, oops, you know what? I can do this better.
there you go.
So we've got ourselves a bunch of spider because we got Leopardon, we've got all these guys. We got Spider Pig. We got freaking all these guys. As his first appearance of Spider Bite, Web Slinger, and Savage Spider Man. We got the COA on the back, nice big COA. Vault of Spider #1 signed by Dean White during a private signing. So,
Yeah. Yep. So that one, obviously kind of took a little bit of a spike during, the most recent Spider-Verse film because of
oh yeah,
Spider-Bite and Web Slinger all in there. And that one was indeed from the personal collection of Dean White, the colorist of the book. He handed it to us, sat in here for a
not to
while,
be
and
confused with
now
the
it's just
actor who played
yours.
Superman.
Right. Not that guy. Although, it'd be kind of cool to get his PC, but so yeah, so I thought that would be a cool one.
Yep.
It's a
No, that's
nice,
cool.
fun little $20 book.
That's definitely when it's going stays in my PC. I do like that. And then this one, almost didn't let this go. Almost. Uh, hope you can say. Hope you can. Oh, hope we can add SIGs. All right. Oh yeah, this one's got. Oh yeah, we got 4 SIGs on this one. This is nice. So this is Batman. This is issue 50. So this is the infamous wedding issue or lack of wedding issue. And it is signed by Ty Templeton, Becky Cloonan, Amanda Connor, and Paul Mounts at various different cons, which is awesome. Yeah, I do. I have a I have a Jim Lee pencil variant that's got about like 5 or 6 SIGs on it
Oh,
and a
okay.
remark on it. Which in
Nice.
hindsight, I said, why did I pick the pencil sketch variant that was like the
Ah,
incentive to get all the silly
right.
signatures on because I probably ruined that book for anybody else, but that's okay. No, awesome. I love that. Great.
Yeah, 4
Perfect.
signatures, man. Hope you like it. And all of those
Yeah.
came with a special PC COA. So good stuff,
Yep,
man.
those will just definitely stay there. All right, before I open up this first one, there is one thing I do have to do. I want to make sure, remind everybody that everything this channel does support comics curing cancer, all the ad revenue and everything else. So if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up, but I do want to special shout out. Recently, we've split out the membership into 2 different tiers, and our higher tier members do get more shout outs during the shows. And so I want to make sure we call out to those that make up the Goon Squad that are our higher tier members on the channel. Shout out to Comic Vet, Son of a Bruce, Stephen C., Legion of Comics, DJ Links, Dr. Von Hoots, Comics from the Spiral Dimension, Dale Suspense, The Comic Viking, Justin Birch Letters, Trev the Shipping Guru, Collecting with Durs, Austin LeMay, Mad Spidey, Brian LCS, Comic Verse, Deadman, Anachronic Comics, and Colossus Collector. Thank you guys all so much for your continued support at that higher level members of the Goon Squad. Shout out to you. And of course, to all the henchmen, we appreciate all of them as well, too, that are the backbone of the channel membership. All right. Box number 8 will open first.
All right.
And
Yep. So at this point, everything you're getting is just part of the regular run that we did. We did go a little bit lighter on these because we knew we were going to pull something from the PC, but hopefully some quality stuff in there for you regardless.
all right, yeah, and I'm going to go through and we'll talk about on the books, which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I won't because not, you know what, I'm trying to be more streamlined and focused. The problem is, as you're once you as I think you can probably imagine, as your collection eventually gets to a certain size,
Yeah,
managing it becomes a little more challenging. Storing it becomes more challenging,
right.
and the need to be critical about thinking about some of the books you keep, even if you like a book and you think it's cool, if it's just not what you're hanging on to, then it just can't make the cut sometimes.
That's the life of a collector, whether you collect comics, cards, toys, statues, at some point, you just have to kind of trim the fat a little bit, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, fortunately, I have ways to do that easily, or we sometimes make ways into comic screen cancer. So first up, anyways, All Star Batman issue 8, signed by Dean White. So there we go. This one will probably go into the PC just because I do have this run, and I did receive a Batman All Star Batman #1 recently from you on a different box, convention variant. Um,
Oh,
so
nice. Cool.
so this one, so this one may just go into the box as well. I
Yeah,
like
I'm on
that.
I'm on the same boat as you. I've got an All-Star Batman run myself and just about all of them signed. So
All right. So next up we have this is I don't know which issue. I don't remember what issue this is. I'm not a something that's killing the children guy. I do love Jenny Frizen's artwork. I recently gave up Jenny Frizen signed something that's killing the children book just because it wasn't in my PC for something's for comic screen cancer. So uh, this one I probably won't hold on to long term, but I do like this book. I definitely recognize that Jennifer's is super popular, and of course, the title "Something's Killing Children" exceedingly popular.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, as you said, super talented artist. I think that that's one of the die cut variants. So I could tell on her forehead she's got the splattered blood. So it's one of the die cut bloody
Issue
variants as
21,
well.
yeah.
21. Yep.
Oh yeah, yep. There it is. I can see it starting. Yeah. Hmm. All right. Well, hey, that'd be one of those ones that we hear Chris go, "What's that doing in there, Rob?" All right. Hawkman issue 11.
One of those nice classic DC variants, not a style, I'm sorry, not a style, not a story that got a whole lot of love, right? You either love or hate Hawkman, or maybe don't even think
Rich
much about him.
Richard
That's got a nice
Starkins.
clean signature by Richard Starkings as well, the
Yeah.
letterer of the book. There was a time where picked up a book in the 90s and it said Comic Craft. That was actually Richard Starkings' company, so it still is. So you probably own something by Richard Starkings in your collection. You probably just don't have his signature, which happens to
I
be a nice one.
I like the whole here's Hawkman, the angel fighting off all these little demons type
Right.
and now um homage. Uh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's a beautiful cover.
all right, so we have a multi-signed book. This one is Haunt You to the End, it looks like.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
signed
so
by
I think that might have come out in July or June. It came out this summer, published by Top Cow. That is signed by the writer Ryan Cady, right up top, next to Play. Yep, there you go. And then on the left, that nice big signature is actually an artist that's super hot right now. This is a Sozo cover. You guys might know her from all the Catwoman variants she's done. Nice big clean signature. This is one of her covers. So nice dual signed book for you there. We got that one signed thanks to Ryan at San Diego Comic Con.
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is like one of those um it's probably one of those ones that's bound to be in my collection short term. Um, because I'll go like, oh, it's multi-sig, and I'll hold on to it for a little bit, and then eventually I'll go, well, but it's not exactly what you do. Um,
Right.
but yeah, that's an awesome book. I always love multi-signed books. I think they're really awesome. They're super popular. Now this one I know will probably stay because my wife will claim it because she's huge. Storm is her favorite. So
Yeah.
Greg Land, we got Storm, Mystery in Madripoor.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you disagree. I feel like there are a lot of artists that'll do a homage cover and not necessarily give the credit, whether it's intentional or not. That's got that
Mhm.
Alex Ross feel to me with the Joker and Harley Quinn. Maybe not necessarily a straight cop,
Mm,
but just That's how I thought of it anyway. But cool book
I,
nonetheless. I
I
definitely
guess
have a look at it
if you
eventually.
mention it, I kind of see it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe not a straight copy, not a straight homage, but there's clearly some influence there.
Very cool. Oh, this is a what the hell book was this? All right, this is a really interesting cover. I get pique everybody's in curiosity, but I want to know what it is. Um,
Building suspense here.
okay, so because the character's not who I thought it was on the cover. All right. So this is Venom issue 4.
Oh yes.
Uh, for some reason, was I was thinking this was that character from freaking Thor, and then all of a sudden I remember, oh wait, no,
Kind
that's
of
right.
like that.
This is one of those future versions of Eddie supposedly in the
Right.
story. Spoilers if you guys haven't read it.
I know,
He's
right?
not,
Yeah, the book
um,
book's been out for over a year now. Shame on
yeah,
you if you haven't caught up. But yep, that's got the nice
yeah,
signature there by Alex Sinclair,
yeah.
legendary colorist. You recognize that name from all of the Jim Lee stuff. Now this one's pretty cool. This one is the color splash variant. The color splash variant was actually exclusive to the BAM box, so you had to get a BAM box to be able to try and get this book. So a little bit more. It's not a shared exclusive, a store
Yeah,
exclusive. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's a Dave Wilkins cover. Really like his style too.
yeah. No, it's a great looking book. That one will probably stick around in the PC.
Hey, not too bad. I'm
Uh
hearing that quite a bit in this box.
Well, it's good. So this is an homage cover. So there's a multi-sign variant here. So we have I don't know what this is an homage to though. I can't think for the life of me. Oh, maybe it's Punisher's first appearance. But
Some C-lister, something like that.
yeah, the
uh,
first
yeah,
appearance
yeah.
of the
That
Jackal and Skull guy.
so dual sign. You've got Robbie Thompson up there by Punisher's head, Punisher slash Deadpool, depending on what side of the lenticular you're looking at. And then so Robbie Thompson is one of the writers in the book, and then Scott Koblish is the penciler. So nice big signature by that guy as well. And I just thought that was a really cool cover. I have that in my PC as well. Triple signed, cough cough on my end, but you'll still have
Mm.
room to add that triple signature there, Rob.
Those he these lenticular things are like it's so funny because it's like one of those gimmicks that like gimmick covers that it sometimes it just works really well and
Yeah,
sometimes it's like just horrible and you can't get this one's not too bad. It seems you can
yeah.
definitely get both, and it's usually for most people it's a side to side thing because the lenticular covers are, well, I won't go into it. I can tell you all the technology behind it because there used to be a whole thing about it in lenticular screens for big screen televisions back in the day when I used to sell them, so you could see the TV from the side. Anyways, all right, we got our last book for this box. This is Comic Legend Signature, which it looks like a giant ball of ink. This is part of a limited series. This is Kitty Pryde and Wolverine.
Oh, there we go.
Chris Claremont. Uh, he does have a very long name that he writes in a very small space.
Yes, and he also doesn't like to sign anywhere that you tell him to. So I always thank him so much because I'm such a pain in the ass, but pain in his ass. And I'm like, please sign here, please. He's like, oh, but I like to sign up here. I'm like, but you can't see it. So he's always a champ when he does these signings with us.
Yeah,
I mean, I know we have already showed off the PC book, but unofficially, that one was PC. And then when I got a better grade signed by him, I ended up swapping it out. So
nice.
unofficial PC book right there.
Nice. All right. So that wraps up that first box. So uh, let's just, you know what? We're just going to go right into the next box. We don't need to
Good.
recap. All right. So this is the box. This one now it says on here, this is our gold level GP in here. So,
Congratulations. We should have like a confetti effect or something going on here.
all right. Let's take a look. And I'm going to assume that I pulled it out right because if because this top one is definitely not the gold level, or else we have a difference opinion. Um, so the first one, this is The Silencer, issue number 1, signed by Dean White. And
Maybe
since I'm
not
in,
quite gold, but it's got to be at least a silver level. It is the first appearance of the silencer. next big thing in DC Comics. But all joking aside, a nice John Romita art on there. Just if you don't already have it in your PC, I can go,
Be honest,
and now you can
I
get the whole
never
run.
knew. I never even knew this book existed.
That was I think DC did the New Age of Heroes after Dark Knight's Metal, and like a lot of those spin-offs, it didn't really stick around. They did a
Mm.
whole bunch of new heroes, and I picked up the first issue of all of
Yeah,
them.
it
Why
does.
not?
It does say Dark Knight's Metal on the cover, but what throws me off, I thought was older now, is it's $2.99. So this was actually I forgot that DC was behind Marvel on when they upped to the $3.99 price point, and since then
Yep.
they've been happy to embrace $8.99 and all kinds of other oddball
Oh yeah,
prices.
yeah.
My goodness, I'm curious. So because I like facsimiles for certain purposes. I mean, especially on books
Mhm.
that I'm never gonna own or
Right.
I like, right? Um, but lately, they coming out with their, going, oh, it's a double sized book, so, in their opinion. So they go start with the regular book at $6.99. We're
Mhm.
going to take the cover art away and give you a blank cover, and so that's going to be $7.99. And then we're going to make a foil variant for $8.99. I mean,
It's gotten a little silly, it's gotten a little silly, and it'll continue to get that way because clearly, we some of us keep, just dishing the cash that way,
right.
unfortunately.
As long as we keep buying, right? Serving soups.
Yep.
So I guess
We
this
got
is. I'm going to guess that this is a book about people who are giving serving lawsuits against superhero powered people for fighting crime and the damage that they cause. Probably my
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. It's a pretty, pretty good guess. It's actually a fun read. Who knows if that'll be a book that goes up in value at some point, but it is triple signed. You've got the Yuan twins. Both of those folks are
Mhm.
actually actors on
Mhm.
Marvel's Agents of Shield, all sorts of stuff. And then it's also the triple
Steve Stern.
signature, I believe, is Steve Stern, the
Yep.
writer himself. So yeah.
Yep. Interesting concept. All right. So now this is one that I will guarantee you it will not stay in the PC only because I already have this book, and it's actually, well, this one might, depends on anyone, maybe not. I think the other one I have is multi-signed as well. So and that's the Kintara Stone. I think I have like the first three issues all signed thanks to you.
Yeah, yeah, that's a dual signed book. Co-creator Ray Griffin, and then the cover artist Anthony Helmer. We got that signed. So we got Ray when the book first came out. We hung on
Yep.
to a few of these number ones because we knew we were going to see Anthony the following year at WonderCon. So we definitely wanted a couple of dual sigs. So you might actually just have a single sig if you got it back when we dropped
Yeah,
all the number ones.
I'll take a look and see which,
Yeah,
if I only have the one, then it'll swap. I'll swap.
exactly.
All right. Oh my God, what is the hell is this? Oh, this is a Deadpool book. Okay, I'm not a just. We're just
Yeah.
starting to cut. It's just starting like the inside of the book practically, or
Yeah.
whatever.
So I don't remember what volume that was, but that was the one Jerry Duggan's run, and so they did what they called secret variants, and so all the variants, the covers were essentially a page to a secret story, right? So they
Mm.
made you kind of collect everything. It had you can't continue on the inside of the book. The inside of the book, it's the book itself.
So they put all
So
the covers together, then you get a separate story.
exactly, exactly, and so that's what that
Wow.
was. I think they did about
Yeah.
20 or something like that, man.
Secret
So.
comic variant 20. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
So, and those are all those covers are penciled by Scott Koblish, and I believe
Yep.
that's who signed that book for. Yep,
Yes.
there it is. Yep, gold signature on the bottom there. So you've got 19 more of those to get, Rob.
All right, here we got ourselves another lenticular. This one is the Captain Marvel and Incredible Hulk. This
Yeah,
is
you
one
can
of those
kind of
ones.
see
There
that
we
there.
go.
Yep,
That one.
there it is. So, yep, Captain Marvel, Incredible Hulk homage, lenticular variant that is signed in yellow by Margaret Stoll, the writer of the Captain Marvel book. Obviously, not the writer of the Incredible Hulk book.
What you mean? This isn't really a Captain Incredible Hulk? Oh, I guess maybe it is an homage, but I don't know if I'd call it really necessarily an homage cover there, but
Wh- When the exact
I
cover
don't.
is right on it still.
Yeah, exactly. Then again, who knows? Let's see. This is okay. I do like this stuff. I don't know why, um, but I have
Uh,
enjoyed reading like these Birds of Prey and like
yeah.
the old Batgirls and stuff. For
Oh
some
yeah.
reason, they're kind of fun.
Yeah,
Greg
and
Land book.
this is pretty cool. This is like an early Greg Land cover. It's
Yeah.
nice to see like the evolution of the artist as well. Even if you look at some of that early Jim Lee stuff, early Art Adams is one that really stands out to me compared to his current style. So you can almost see, Greg Land kind of transitioning to what we're used to now during his
Yeah.
Birds of Prey run, and fun cover. Girls rule and
What's
boys drool.
what's interesting about this is that you've seen so many covers Marvel's done where they have so much stuff going on the cover, and it doesn't seem like you can understand what's going on. Yet here, perfectly fine. There's a lot of stuff going on this cover, but yet
Yeah,
it's all still perfectly understandable what's going on.
right.
Okay, this do you like some old tales of the Teen Titans. We have here
Ah, yeah.
Chuck Patton, who, of course, I just had Chuck do a sketch cover for me recently.
Yeah, yeah. Chuck's a local here, actually. In fact, he's going to be here this next weekend. Not here at my house, but
Hmm.
literally blocks away. And so good guy. He's been a big supporter of the brand. He signed a nice fat stack of books. And one of the things we were trying to do on this run is almost every box had what we considered an older book in it. Just it was a
Hmm.
smaller run, so we were going to be able to do that. And not necessarily disappoint too many people who didn't get an older book. So there you
Right.
go. That's a nice older Teen
Yeah.
Titans book
Oh,
signed by
oh,
Chuck Patton.
I like that.
Yeah,
Chuck was a great guy. I had great conversation with him. I
absolutely.
love his when I was talking to him about getting the commission
Mhm.
at a local con here. Um, his portfolios of his characters were all very dynamic. It was
Yep.
never there was hardly a single one that was just like a posed standing
Mhm.
there, the statue portrait,
Yeah.
which I really, those are fine every once in a while, but I really like the character to be doing something.
Yep.
And he was super on board doing, I gave him the choice of doing either the Scorpion or a Mysterio, and he did that Scorpion. I know you've seen it, but where the tail's
Yeah.
breaking through the trade
Oh,
dress, and
cool.
the trade
Yeah.
dress is falling to his feet below, kind of like the Simonson Thor um,
Yeah. And
cover.
Chuck does, as he doesn't do his own inking, so he pencils all of these. So for him to have been able to create that effect with the pencils, that's some skill too. I mean, he doesn't
Yeah.
have the luxury of just whitening it out and throwing some black Sharpie on there or something like that. So that was pretty cool. I don't know if I have it up on this wall, but I actually have a Chuck Patton piece. He did a Green Lantern, Green Arrow for me based on the run that he had done back in the day as well. So
Oh, nice. I just saw on a completely separate note. I saw today Chris Marinan posted a cover, sketch cover up of a Green Arrow. And the hilarious thing is, it looks just like him. It's like he did a self portrait, but put himself in the outfit and stuff.
no
All right,
way.
so this is the gold level GP, and this book, this is crazy. We had a copy of this, um, CBCS verified signature copy of this book, for Comics Curing Cancer that sold
Oh,
for. We sold it for over. I think it was over $300.
nice.
People were really, really wanting this, especially since the person whose signature's on this, I don't want to spoil it just yet, is no longer with us. One of the goats of the industry, and to me, when I think of Spider-Man, there's only one cover artist that comes to mind to me, and that's John Romita Sr. And so
There you
here was
go.
this a brand new day, John Romita Sr. This was a limited printing from Dynamic Forces,
Yep.
limited to 1,500. This is issue. This is 158 out of 1,500. You got the sealed COA and stuff on the back. This is absolutely phenomenal. Um, awesome. Yeah, no,
Congratulations, man.
this is great. And this is sharp. This is sharp too. So This one will be one that
Yeah,
this is one that'll probably have to go off to get cleaned, pressed, and then signature verified and
yeah.
encapsulated. And
I don't blame you.
at the very least, it'll stay in my PC until next C3 if it doesn't stick around even longer. That's
Nice.
phenomenal. Uh, that is, yeah, I would say that's a gold level GP. Good job there, sir. Even without that, I'd still say that because it's always at the end of the day with these things. A lot of these mystery boxes, when we run them up, I run the totals of what the books are valued at. That's something that we don't do here on this one because you can't value the signatures. The signatures have different values to different
Right.
people and everything else. And it's not the book that matters. It's about the whole thing of having the books with the signature and everything else. And again, a good mix. Both Marvel and DC books. I think that there's several books in there that I'm definitely keeping, and I'm always happy. One of the things I do like why I do get these boxes is that even though I know that there's always going to be books that I'm going to end up not wanting necessarily to keep in my PC, although I could keep them all. It's just that I'm trying to keep it narrow. But I do a lot of giveaways, and these are always very popular giveaway books when I give away signed books on the show. So it doesn't disappoint me at all. I think that the value is always there. I hope that you guys are watching this. Take a look, give them a follow. Now I didn't get any sketch covers this time, but that's okay. We got the John Romita signature. I think we'll give you a pass this time. Uh,
All right.
Make sure you guys give them a follow there, IRFauthentics, and keep an eye on when the next regular box will be what? Probably February.
Yeah, yeah, it might be January, February. Julia and I are gonna, take some time actually this weekend and kind of discuss how we want to move forward. Obviously, as you know, the industry itself is hurting a little bit. This is rather time consuming. We're gonna do something. We don't know what we are. Just kind of sneak peek. We might have to switch it to an all subscription product so that we know exactly, what we can expect. It's tough making a run of 40 boxes and maybe still sitting on 20 of them at the end of the day, right? It's not so much about the units that moved out, it's the amount of time that it took to
Yeah.
make those for them to just kind of sit there. So
I say
this
just scale it back, and
yeah, yeah. I mean, look, and this was a great example. This was probably the most fun we've had on a run since we started the year, right? And
right.
it was a lot of the loyal folks that came out. Maybe they liked what they saw during the preview, which were very limited previews, by the way. And the getting something out of the PC was a lot of fun. It took me longer to pull PC books than it did to build all 15 boxes
Yeah,
because
because
I said, "Oh no, no, not like that." Yeah. Right.
yeah,
And then once I finally had the stack, I'm like, well, is he gonna like this one? Is she gonna like this one? And I don't know, but they put it on their list, so why not? And it seemed like folks had a lot of fun with it. Maybe we'll do something like this again in the future, but I think we're going to trim it down a bit and definitely focus on some quality over some quantity. And hopefully we see you, Rob, for the holiday premium box. If we don't, regardless, thank you so much for your support this year. Glad Comics Here and Cancer was able to just kill it again this year. We look forward to being a part of that next year as well. And as always, man, really just appreciate your time and the love, and hopefully I can keep the satisfaction streak going on these live streams because I don't want to get roasted one day.
that'll be the day, right? I'll get the hey, you want to come on? Nope, not after last time. All right, everybody. Until next time, make sure you click what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including me. I mean, I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.